So, Sasha and I are here in, what's the name of the restaurant?
Mingdu.
Mingdu?
In Snowdon.
In Canton?
No,
in
not
Snowdon?
Canton. Snowdon.
Let's start that again. Okay. Hello everyone. So, Sasha and I are here in Snowdon, in Massachusetts. And that just makes me think of Edward Snowden.
You're not there.
What?
Snowdon.
Snowden? Oh
I
my
love
god.
it. No, I love
Alright,
that.
you do the intro.
We're at Mingdu in Snowdon, Massachusetts. We're eating a lot of food and we're bringing you guys with me.
Basically, this is our mukbang.
Mukbang.
Right?
We're going to
So
be doing
if
a
you
lot
like,
of these.
if you like mukbangs, then pay attention to Sasha's channel because we're
doing
going
some more.
to be doing more mukbangs in the future.
Because we're going to some pretty schnazzy places where they're known for their food. I think that's a rib.
Yeah, can I start?
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat this rib.
There's like a fire in the center. I don't know why.
It keeps it warm.
Oh, that's brilliant. I want one of these.
That's kind of cool actually. In fact, you can't see it because my drink is there. Mm.
That you spilled everywhere right before it.
Yeah, literally right before this video started, I spilled everything everywhere. Whoopsie.
That's weird. It's like, why are they like pink? I like it.
It's like their sauce, I guess, that they cook in.
No.
I'm gonna eat with my hands because I'm a dirty dog.
Dirty dog.
Oh my god,
That's really
that
good.
is so good.
This restaurant's always really good.
It's kind
Nobody
of
else is
sweet.
here.
The sauce is kind of sweet. But it's also, it's like really sweet and tangy. But it's not like overwhelming.
Yeah, I like it a lot. That's really good. I'm also like just had a huge bite of like, you know that like tough part of meat that you sometimes get? That like you can't chew and you just want to spit it out?
Yeah.
Just got that.
Oh, whoops.
So, enjoy. I'm doing great.
So yeah, I'm supposed to, I shouldn't be laughing at you because I literally just spilled my drink all
Everywhere.
over me. Like if you
I
looked
mean-
under this table, you would see that my trousers are just covered in water right now.
Don't lie, you peed.
Yeah, I peed, sorry. More like Fiona peed all over me.
Has she ever done that to you?
No, but she peed beside me
Everywhere else.
recently.
She just loves you.
She gets excited. So Sasha's dog, Fiona, she is potty trained, but she excitement pees sometimes. And for some reason she loves me, and I ignore her for like half an hour at a time because I'm working. And then I'll suddenly give her attention. She's like, attention? Psst.
No, she pees.
Pees everywhere.
She's the loosest bladder ever when it comes to like getting attention. I'm like, she's attention, but I guess like not enough.
Oh my god. These ribs are like my new favorite ribs.
I haven't even tried. Oh, I was like, you haven't even tried the rest. Where's the best ribs that even you have? Isn't like Brazil is known for like their ribs, right? Brazilian barbecue.
Well, Brazil is known for its meat. So I'm half Brazilian, and my mother's from Brazil. And everyone says Brazil's known for its meat, but Argentina's known for its steak. And a lot of people eat Argentinian steak. And you know what? The thing is, Argentinian steak and Brazilian steak are very similar. They have slightly different cuts,
Oh.
and they have different names for those cuts, but they're very tasty. The problem is, and I would say Brazilian steaks and Argentinian steaks are kind of similar. The problem is, Argentinian cooks are terrible at cooking
Really?
steak. They don't season it.
What?
When you want more salt, they give you table salt. In Brazil, they salt it and they roast it, and often they'll fry their meats in Argentina, which is not as tasty as a roasted,
Yeah.
beef.
Remember when we made roast?
Is this what you just
salted-
had?
Yeah, it's a egg roll.
And what sauce did you use on it? Is that
This one, sweet and sour.
ooh, sweet
I
and
know,
sour
I'm like,
sauce?
yummy. I mean, I was like
Here you go,
hoping
guys.
it was.
You gotta remember, it's a mukbang, so we gotta
Mukbang,
show them all the juicy food. I've never done a mukbang in my life,
Me neither.
so this is the first time.
I know. So let us work out our kinks. Isn't it really good?
Oh my god.
I don't know what's in it. I think it's like cabbage or something.
Oh, so it's not crab.
No, I think it's veggie. Is it vegetarian?
Yeah. It's very tasty.
But yeah, one time we made like a Brazilian meal when we were on our running retreat in
Yes.
Vermont.
Chicken hearts.
Chicken hearts. They were very good.
And JD, who is Sasha's friend, who also coincidentally is also Brazilian, he brought picanha, which is the best cut of meat in the world. It's a Brazilian cut. And chicken hearts, and the dogs were obsessed with the chicken hearts because they have these like little
And
bite-sized
then most of them went to waste. We
bits.
should have given them to the dogs.
But it's because they were too salty in the end.
It is true. But they're not as salty as the steak. Because that was really salty.
JD may have oversorted the steak a little bit.
But then I made the steak for, when we were there. I made it, with, what did I put it with?
So this is on my last writing retreat.
Yeah.
At one point, it was just JD, Sasha, and I. And Sasha cooked the most amazing steak. I don't know how she did it. She's keeping it a secret from me.
I love cooking steaks.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the writing retreat that we're going on tomorrow because there's a grill outside.
A what?
There's a grill.
Oh, wonderful.
So I'm gonna totally grill up some steaks and some meats. We're having a chicken wing day where we're just have a bunch of different hot sauces that we're gonna pair with chicken wings. So I'm excited. Especially because we're gonna be in the house. I feel like we're gonna be in the house a lot just because it's gonna be so cold.
Yeah. Is there a fireplace there? I can't remember.
There's, yeah. We didn't notice that first because it doesn't look like a traditional fireplace, but it's there. It's it's wood burning. It looks like it.
So, the other good thing is Sasha started working out. You told me, which means you're gonna have a lot more protein lately. So
I know, a lot
you might
more.
be having more steaks.
Chicken. I've been eating a lot more meats, and lots of healthy plants. What do I call it? I'm not plant-based. Veggies. I think that my favorite go-to meal. I love chicken with brown rice and or quinoa or couscous with broccoli or green beans or something on the side. But it's my breakfasts that I really love, which is 2 eggs, and I have some turkey bacon, and then I have a smoothie.
Eggs are really good for bodybuilding.
Exactly.
Because you wouldn't know it, but recently I started.
Shut up! You look great.
I recently started bodybuilding, and I've done all the research and stuff, so I passed on some tips to Sasha.
Told me, pretty much my whole entire diet is because you were the one who told me what's good to do. I'm really happy about that. So you can't just eat healthy. You have to be able to proportion it and make sure that what you put into your body will be good. Good to transition into energy, and eating fried stuff all the time, even if it's protein.
Nutritious food.
Help.
Nutritious food that has lots of nutrients in it, and good carbs and all that stuff.
Look at this.
Good cholesterol, whatever.
Okay. Here we
I'm
go.
having a chicken wing now. Oh, what are you having?
And I'm having teriyaki.
Teriyaki beef, is
Beef,
it?
yeah, teriyaki beef.
I'm having a chicken wing.
I was gonna say steak because we literally have been talking about steak.
I don't think they put any sauce on it, but it smells wonderful.
Oh my gosh, this almost fell over again.
Well, that would have been your fault.
I know, that would have been my fault. But it would have spilled all over you. So, fine with that. We're also matching today, which I think is great. You stole my look. It's fine though.
Oh god.
People are gonna think we're twins.
No. They do look very alike.
This is so good. This is really good. This may be my favorite.
So, we're really excited about this writing retreat because Vic James is going to go, and you're a big fan of Vic James, aren't you?
I love Vic's books. She's so talented.
Gilded Cage is the first one.
She's also a BBC producer, right?
Yes, she made a documentary on Trump, the documentary on Trump in the UK, for Panorama, and she just wrote a new book. I can't talk too much about yet, but it's going to be a TV show.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
I can't tell you much more about it, but it's exciting, and she's a wonderful writer, and she totally deserves it. And she's I don't know anyone who works harder than Vic.
That's why I'm really excited to be on the retreat with her, because you've been on retreats with her before. And the thing is, we tried to get her to go on our retreat in Wales in September, but she couldn't go, and so we've been wanting her to come on a retreat for almost half a year now.
So I went on a retreat with Vic to Agatha Christie's old home. And Agatha Christie, you may not know this, you may think J.K. Rowling is the #1 selling author in the world. It's Agatha Christie. She has sold more books than J.K. Rowling. She's sold more books than anyone in the whole world. And it's because she's prolific. She's written hundreds of books. She wrote over 100 books, I think, in her whole lifetime. And they sold so many.
That's amazing.
Poirot, Miss Marple, all those ones. Basically murder mysteries. Very formulaic, but people love them.
Yeah.
And we stayed in her house. I sat in the chair that she wrote in. We stayed there for 2 weeks. It wasn't even that expensive.
I was gonna say, it wasn't crazy expensive.
And I hung out with Vic and Vic's mum. And so I go on writing retreats all the time. And Sasha's become addicted since the last ones we went on.
I know. It's been so much fun, and we have like really exciting adventures that we're gonna be doing in the next coming months. Like in March we're doing something really fun, like going to a place like I printed that out for you guys. I say it's across the world. It's gonna be probably the adventure of like a lifetime for me. And then also this summer
I've been there before.
Yeah,
twice.
a couple times. But like, you know, I was telling Taran, I took him to my favorite place, which is Scotland, and he's taking me to one of his favorite places. So it's
Riding
really
retreats
fun.
are our new favorite thing.
I know, and the thing is, like, yes, it's like a semi-vacation, but it also is like when you get the most work done. Like for me, I get my most work done when I'm on a riding retreat, like by far, because everybody else around you is being like really hardworking, and that kind of just like translates into me wanting to be more hardworking, because like if you're the only person slacking off on like a retreat, then you feel like kind of stupid.
We did a retreat in Wales with Benjamin of Tomes, or Ben Alderson, and Ben works so hard, and he works early in the morning, and he just put me to shame, and I just couldn't not work when he was around, because he's so hardworking. It's
I'll
crazy.
wake up in the morning, he's already like had like 3 chapters.
And he's so talented, and I'm just like, oh god, I need to sort my life out and catch up with Ben.
You're so talented too. Taran never like I don't know, whenever like we run into strangers or something and like they ask us like what we do, like I'm like, we both write books, but let me tell you about Taran's books. Those are so cool and amazing.
Well, thank you. And it's so hard to find writing.
I'm eating crab rangoon, by the way.
What?
I'm so bad at this.
A crab?
Crab rangoon.
Crab what?
Rangoon.
Crab rangoon.
Have you ever had that?
No.
It's cream cheese with crab. It's so good.
Oh my god, this is amazing. Beef teriyaki.
That's my new favorite.
This is my favorite dish so far, but the ribs are pretty good.
No,
I would say this is okay, but it's mostly just cabbage, and it's tasty though. It's tasty with the sauce, but this is amazing. But yeah, it's so hard to find writing retreat buddies, because you need to basically be a full-time author to be able to do that, and it's so hard.
Very lucky to be.
It's so hard to become a full-time author.
Yeah.
Because authors make very little money, generally speaking.
Yeah.
The average author can't do it full-time. They basically either have to be incredibly prolific, so they're writing 5 books a year, or they need to supplement their income with school visits, which means they're basically doing like 3 school visits a week.
Oh my god.
Or they have a second job.
Yeah.
And a tiny percentage, I would say maybe 2% of authors can go full-time.
Yeah.
And of those, many of them are married and their partner supports them.
Yeah.
You know, so it's difficult. So that's what's great about me meeting Sasha in the UK with Ben, and then you know, we've just realized that we like writing retreats. We're very productive on them.
And the thing is, like for me, I started doing my career quite young, so I was able to get my foot in the door, which has been so amazing, and I'm so grateful for that every single day. So I'm like, you know, I do have like other jobs, but like they're jobs that like they don't. It's almost like I know that I'm working, and it feels like I'm working sometimes, but at the end of the day, I take a deep breath and I'm like, you know what? Like I'm doing what I'm doing what I feel like I've always meant to do.
And it's easy to remember that you forgot. You wrote. It's easy to forget that you wrote Zenith when you were what, 17?
Yeah, 17, 18.
You know, and how old are you now? You're
21, almost
21,
22.
almost 22.
Yeah.
And your writing has evolved so much since then.
I know.
You know.
It's amazing. And Taran's actually been a huge factor in why, because like he's helped me so much grow as an author, and like it's so good to have people in your life that know how to write and know how to like kind of like teach you how to become a better writer, and like are completely honest with you, because Taran, I call him like the Gordon Ramsay of writing.
That's so mean. I am lovely.
Gordon Ramsay was awesome. Like you should be. I told you this, and he was like so offended when I told him that. But I'm like, no, Gordon Ramsay's awesome. He makes amazing chefs.
It's because I'm British. It's because I'm British. That's all.
You don't yell at me. You just like put everything red when you edit my stuff, which is fine.
Well,
it's worth it. Have a little cry, and then you're good.
Well, you know, Sasha teaches me a lot as well, because she taught me about
social media,
Instagram and YouTube.
I did a good job, I have to say.
And I don't know when Sasha's going to upload this, but we are working on a very top secret YouTube project, which I will be a part of. I'm launching my YouTube channel. I don't know how often I'm going to update it, but I'm going to upload an alternate version of what Sasha will be uploading.
Yeah.
And we are so excited about it. We've been studying it. We've been writing things related to it. Well, Sasha's been doing the most writing, actually. Like, we discuss the structure a lot, and we have a lot of ideas, but Sasha actually wrote out a thing.
But you've been really busy the past few weeks.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, it's exciting. You guys will probably see it 2 weeks from now, maybe 3 weeks from now. I don't know. If all goes well.
I think that 2-3. I want us to like start writing editing the video, like, on the second week of the retreat. So we filmed the first week, edited the second. And, like, even, like, in the meantime, like, we're gonna be doing so much on this retreat.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'm really grateful that it's, like, so long. And I always hate when they end, though. Like, that's the hardest part, is when a retreat ends and everybody leaves, because I'm a person that feeds off of other people's energies. So when everybody is, like, gone, it's so sad. And I hate it. I eat wings so weirdly. So
we totally haven't mentioned Toby.
Yeah, Toby and her husband Simon are also made. Toby is an amazing author of Merge, Submerge, and Immerse. It's about mermaids that live on land in Malibu. So that's, like, really cool.
We got great covers as well.
And one of the most recent books, which is the last book in the trilogy, just came out with, it's the last book cover, and it's so good, and it's, like, my favorite book cover of all three of them, and I thought I would never be able to love, like, the other two. I mean, I've never thought I would never be able to love, like, the third one as much as I love the other two, but I do. It's amazing.
I think I'm having a chicken tender or something.
It's a chicken tender, yeah.
It's very tasty.
What is this? It's like a donut.
The chicken inside, I guess because it's been deep fried, is very succulent.
Oh my god, this is, like...
It's very tasty.
That's so weird. It's a bunch of shrimp. Because I don't usually eat this much fried stuff. So I'm like, wow.
It's not the healthiest thing. I'm not going to eat this because I just ate the chicken out of it.
Yeah.
Chicken fell out.
Turns out, like, Chinese food places, like, a lot of them have, like, a huge selection of, like chicken tenders and fried foods. I have no idea about that until this past year.
Really? Ooh, what's this?
This is the crab rangoon. Eat it with some of the sweet and sour sauce.
Okay, I will.
No. It's so good.
So what are you most looking forward to getting done on your writing retreat, Project Red?
I want to get pretty much, at least another third of the book done. I want to be almost, like, I want to be, like, 10 chapters away from being finished. That just, like, all collapsed. I want to be, like, almost done by the time that the writing retreat ends. Because I gave myself a self-set deadline for, I think it was end of February, and then, like, no, it was February 20th. And then, at the last 10 days before March, I'm going to go through, like, heavy edits with it. And then submit it to my agents. And hopefully they like it.
I'm very excited about Project Red. I helped Sasha structure it a little bit.
Structure it and plot it. It was really helpful having somebody to bounce off of, because, you know, I'm a person that loves like outside opinions and and help. It's nothing wrong to ask for a little help, like figuring out some plot points, and Taran helped me so much. And, like, also with the second book, like, it's so much better now that Taran, like, put his 2 cents in, because, oh my god, he came up with a great idea for the end, and I snatched it.
Yeah, I'm not going to take full credit for the ending, but
take a lot of credit.
I helped it a little bit.
Yeah, no, but it was really helpful. But yeah, I'm in love with this book, and I cannot wait to, I can't wait for it to be in their hands, and just so, you know, so I could feel like, I don't know, the book that I've always wanted to write is put out there into the world, and it's best it can possibly be, and, like, I think it's totally for my audience. Because, like, I think that people were kind of shocked when I was publishing a science fiction, which a lot of you guys didn't know that I'm a huge science fiction nerd, and I'm really glad that I put that out there into the world, and I'm really happy that I put something out there that people, like, are expecting. But
it's very on brand for Sasha. That's all I can say.
Taran, what are you working on?
Well, I just finished editing my first book in a new series called the Contender series. First book's called The Chosen.
So good.
Oh yeah, Sasha is probably one of the one of 10 people who have read it in the whole world so far.
Oh, I feel special.
And it's about God, I've never pitched this before, so this is my first pitch. It's basically about a group of modern day juvenile delinquents who find themselves on another world, and this world is populated by prehistoric creatures and remnants from Earth's history, so ancient warriors and the remains of missing legions. All these kind of famous things that have mysteriously gone missing in the past are all turning up in this place. And they need to figure out why they're there, and at the same time they find themselves kind of thrown into this giant tournament of sorts. They don't know who's making them take part in it. They don't even know what they're fighting, but they have to, and they have to kind of scratch out survival in this jungle environment, while this countdown timer is kind of counting down to when they have to join this battle. and they don't know much about it, and there's this kind of mystery. And there's also a group of schoolgirls, British schoolgirls, a hockey team from 80s England.
So good.
So there's a bit of kind of time manipulation in the book as well.
That was like when the girls met Cade. It was one of my favorite. Yeah, who's the main character. Who I love, and is probably like the one character in the past in 2018 that I really related to on such a deep level because he's like a history nerd. He's just really smart, and he's not afraid to use his knowledge, which is something that, like, you know, a lot of people could be like, I feel nerdy if I have knowledge, but no, Cade's like hones it and is like uses it to survive. And
he's a mixed race boy, half black, half white. Because if you look at YA fiction, maybe about 7% of YA books have a male character. Yeah. And then of those, like a tiny fraction have a character who's mixed race or black. So I think it's nice that a group that make up such a huge population, part of the population in America, can finally see themselves kind of on the page. I'm mixed race. I'm half Brazilian, but it's kind of like white Latin Brazilian. And then my father's from India originally, so I'm mixed race as well. And that comes with a whole bunch of kind of baggage with it, but I don't know, I'm excited about having this character out in the world because I feel like the world of YA is screaming for like diverse characters like this, and yeah, I'm excited.
I just love Cade, but it's about with Cade and the schoolgirls that I live for in books that only happens in certain books, and I'm not gonna say what it is, but like, I don't know, I think about it and I'm like, yes. Oh, I'm such trash for that. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, I'm such trash. But yeah, no, I love the book. 10 out of 10 stars. I was gonna like put it in my favorite books of 2018, but it comes out in 2019.
It comes out in May 2019.
And I already put one of Taran's other books in my favorite books. Don't give him too much. I don't want to give him too much of a big head about it, but he's a really good writer.
Oh, thank you. Well, anyway, to answer Sasha's question, on this retreat, I will be working on book 2. Because I'm so far behind. I have to hand it in May. So you guys may not know this, but most authors, they have to hand in their next book pretty much the day that their first book comes out. So your second book is usually written by the first time, at least the first draft of it is written by the time the first one comes out.
Exactly.
Which is super weird because you don't know what people's reactions are, you don't know what people like and what they don't like, you don't get that immediate feedback. So yeah, I have to write the first draft of book 2 by the time book 1 comes out on May 3rd, I think it is.
No. UK or US?
What's the US one? May 7th?
May 7th.
Okay, May 7th.
So
Sasha knows better than I do.
Yeah, because I'm coming out on the same day as you.
Oh, right. Well,
we're competitors, but not really.
That's true, actually. Gonna have Sasha kicking me off the New York Times bestseller list.
No. You're coming out with like a new book and like a new series, and that's always gonna take priority. But I'm coming out with the second book, so I'm like, not any high hopes, but.
I mean, when I hit the New York Times bestseller list, it wasn't with my first book; it was with my second.
Yeah.
So it does happen. But yeah, it's tricky. Very competitive this year as well.
There's so many books
in the week
out.
that we're releasing, there's like, I think Sarah J. Maas might be having one out, and
Victoria Aveyard
has one out. Yeah. So it's gonna be tricky.
I know, but at the end of the day, the list is not like what defines you as an author.
And the list is curated.
It's curated
as well. So
it's very curated.
People think that the New York Times bestseller list is just whoever's selling the best, but that's actually not true. There might be a book that is the 20th top selling book in YA, and they've put it at number 1 because they think it's an important book. They want it to stay there, and they want to signal boost it. They think it's important. Or sometimes they'll look at the sales and they'll be like, yes, this is selling well, but it's kind of only selling well in certain areas, and they'll decide that maybe that's why they want to move it a bit further down than another one. And it completely disregards the ebooks as well. Like 50% of my sales are ebooks, which is ridiculous relative to most YA books are about 8 to 10%. So they completely discount that. So I don't know. We'll see if we manage it. It's nice. It's an achievement. It's a dream come true.
I think there's like a lot of pressure being put on authors who already hit the list previously to hit it again, which is something that's like really intense and scary. but I'm telling you guys this right now. Go and pre-order The Chosen. It is like it's such a good book, Taran. Like it's such a good book, and like genuinely, like me as like a history lover as well. Like it was just like it was so authentic and it was so just like so enjoyable, and like the thing is like.
And if you like dinosaurs or the
so
Jurassic Park films,
I know,
you may
exactly.
enjoy it.
And like even if you're not a huge fan of dinosaurs and stuff, you're gonna become a huge fan of them because like this book is so freaking badass.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like this is so funny, like filming in like a public area. I'm glad that it's not like
Yeah, it's completely
super
empty.
cold. Yeah,
That's why we're able to do this. It's kind of the perfect place to do a mukbang actually, because there's no one here, like literally no one.
Oh my god! So like where we're going in March, we should do like an announcement of where we're going.
Yeah, if you want. I mean, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I like making a big thing about wherever I'm going. Like when I was going to Prague earlier this month, I like made it a huge thing.
It's my favorite place in the world, and Sasha's never been, but she's always wanted to go.
We're gonna eat our way through it.
Yes, that's a big clue actually. This place probably has the best food in the world.
Yeah.
That's the biggest clue
Yeah.
we can give away.
I'm gonna go there on an empty stomach.
And Sasha's roommate, it's also on the top of her list on where she wants to go. I don't know if that gives them much of a clue. But
I know.
If they know Sam at all.
Yeah, which that is a good hint. It's a place that like I never the thing is was never really on my radar until I met Taran, and then when Taran started talking about it, it's kind of like where I started talking about Scotland. People are like, oh my god, it exists.
I didn't know it was so beautiful and
I know.
Had so much history and
yeah. I really want to. I was telling Taran's.
Can I top up your tea?
Yeah, thank you. I was telling Taran's best friend Michael when I was in London a few months ago how like I want to take Taran, Michael, and Vic if she would like to go, and I want to drive us up into the Highlands. And
yeah, because Michael's Scottish.
Yeah, Michael's Scottish. He's gonna totally proofread Project Red.
Yeah, you almost said it.
I know. I was. Do you see me like actively? I'm probably said it in the video. I'm gonna have to rewatch it.
Okay. And speaking of the video. Probably getting sick of watching us talk, and it's been half an hour. And I think we're pretty much finished.
Yeah.
So
what was your best one?
My best one was the beef teriyaki, then the ribs, then the crab, then the chicken, then the chicken wings, and then the chicken tenders, and then the cabbage thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my top two.
It looks like we didn't eat much, but it's mostly like it's mostly the crust and like the.
It's a lot, yeah. I like the teriyaki, and then I like the crab rangoon.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you found it interesting. Sasha's first mukbang. If you like mukbangs and you'd like Sasha to do more of them, drop a comment on the YouTube video.
Yeah, and we'll be doing some more and doing some more chatty ones.
Alright, thanks very much guys. Bye-bye.
That's cute.